Right. So that was first grade, and Jackie was in kindergarten.
Yeah, probably.
She didn't have as difficult time adjusting?
No. Not that I remember.
Was she more outgoing than Brad?
Jackie was
As
an
a child.
actress. She was an actress from the beginning.
Really?
Yes.
And how does that manifest itself in a kindergartner? Dramatic?
Not overly so, but she let you know.
That she was acting?
No. I'm sure she wasn't aware that she was acting. Yes. Well, those kindergarten years went along okay.
For her?
For both of them, finally.
But-
Kindergarten, yeah. I don't even remember kindergarten.
But Brad was had a harder time with other.
You're gonna drag it out of me.
I'm going to be raising a kid soon. I want to know your experience of your children. I'm going to ask you about me.
Very different. Oh, you had no problems. Of course, you went to nursery school. I think you went to pre-nursery. You went to nursery. You went to pre-kindergarten.
When I was 10, I started first grade. I realized that.
And you held it against us ever since.
Yeah.
But it was the best thing we ever did.
Oh, jeez. But you skipped Brad again. So what about Brad?
He just had a hard time getting used to a full day of school. And the kids walked home for lunch at that time in Lincoln Park. And so when he had to go back to school, took him maybe 3, 4, 5 days.
He was upset
He
about it
realized he had to go back to school.
and accepted it.
Yes, he accepted it very well.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And you had friends in Pennsylvania?
Oh yeah, the Frasses and the Ulrichs and the Nobles, and yeah, we had a nice party. Well, we belonged to the swimming pool. And we'd have 4th of July and I think maybe Labor Day, when they closed the pool up. We could walk up there. At that time, there were no homes there. Now it's all homes.
Did you not go to the cabin during those summers?
No, we went.
The lake? When would you go? August?
It's usually mother and daddy were there. No, I think it was more in July. I don't know, all those years are just foggy.
Why?
Because my brain is gone, that's why.
Really? And then Dad lost his job?
Yeah,
At Bell Labs?
Bell Labs, right.
Was that in Reading?
Yep.
Were they laying people off generally?
I'm not sure if I realize that or not. He didn't have a PhD and he felt, I'm not sure he was even fired. Maybe he just looked for another job, I don't know. But he felt that there were engineers that had higher degrees and he wasn't going to be able to move up very well. But he lost the job in Minneapolis.
What, he was laid off?
Yeah. That's another case of, I think your father had a hard time taking orders from anybody. Or let's say, not expressing his opinions. And they weren't probably taken too well. Yeah, that was
They weren't involved in a big round of layoffs?
no, not that I know. That was the time. Brad found this in the playground, I think. You'd have to ask him, of the school. And I took it to be shined, being the genealogist and rock person that I was. I thought it was beautiful. Of course, Sam didn't have a job and he was pretty furious that I paid to have that rock polished at that time.
Oh, the rock, not the...
The rock.
Not the whole thing.
This.
Got it. How much did that cost?
Oh, I don't know, like $6 or $7.
Wow. 6
Yeah.
or 7. Huh. And how was the move at that tender age for Brad and Jackie to Minneapolis?
I don't think Jackie had a problem that she showed, but Brad had a tough time.
You got a lot of friends in Reading?
Yeah, I was just moving and leaving everybody. Any change was hard. I don't remember. You were only 3 months old. I was kind of busy with you, I guess. All this stuff.
But you said Jackie was better than Brad in the move.
Well, this particular day, I remember when we were moving, and Brad was standing on the steps of the Frasso's house, and he was crying and upset. And we arrived, I think it was November 13th, in a snowstorm. It was not such a good time.
Why did
That was a tough winter.
why did he pick Minneapolis?
That's where he found his job.
Yeah, but he could have looked in any city in the country.
Well, we were in Plymouth, suburb.
I understand, but why did he look in Minneapolis? Did you talk about moving to the Midwest?
No, we're from the Midwest. Stay in the Midwest.
So is that where he looked?
And I went to school in St. Paul,
Where?
McAllister College. And Carol had gone there too. Well, that didn't have anything to do with us moving, but I guess it was just where he got a job. Well, he went out there and interviewed when I was having you in the hospital.
So he missed my birthday.
Yeah. He was there the next day. You knew that.
And what was the reaction of Brad and Jackie to Peter?
Oh, they were both excited. Brad was very excited. It was a boy, though. But Jackie was excited, too, just to have a baby. Yeah, I remember them screaming over the phone when I called the Frassos.
Really?
Yeah. Brad. Hey. Yeah.
So it was, my gender was a surprise at birth.
Of course. They all were.
Yeah. Interesting. And so was I in this car playpen thing on the way to Minneapolis?
Car bed?
Car bed?
I guess you were.
Could you describe a car bed to the viewers here?
Actually, with that side of that table down, it was like that. Square or rectangular, had telescoping legs, and it could be set up in the house, or when you took it in the car, you lowered 2 legs onto the seat, and then the 2 legs were on the floor of the car. Worked out very well.
So there
We
was...
didn't have car seats like they have now. We had car carriers, and you would just be in that. You know, plastic carrier. You've seen pictures.
So there was no safety harness at all.
No?
And Minneapolis, did you enjoy that as much as Reading?
We enjoyed the neighborhood. We had neighborhood friends, and that's where we met Tom and Sharon Fay, who remain one of my very best friends to this day. Sharon happened to have gone to McAllister exactly 10 years before I did, and her birthday is the same month as mine. She's 10 years younger than I am, but we're still great friends.
And so they were your closest friends in Minneapolis?
Pretty much. But I had friends at work when I worked at LaBelle's. I did things with them.
How long did you work at LaBelle's?
It was part-time. How many years? I don't know. They closed the store. Oh, Peter.
It's for the audio.
No pictures.
What do you mean they closed the store?
I think they closed the store. That store that was out in Minnetonka. You don't remember coming and visiting me when I worked there?
I do. I'm trying to block out the neglect I felt.
Oh. I worked at night and your father was at home.
2 working parents, never saw him.
Oh! We spent more time with you. God.
You spent more time with me than with the other 2?
Well, I think so. We had 2 of them. We were busy. You were like an only child.
But I had 2 siblings.
Yeah, but how much did you do with them? Seriously. Not a lot.
I'm not the interviewee here. This is not about me.
Think about it, Peter.
This is about you.
We had Blackie, we had the dog, little dog. I
And
did.
When did Blackie die?
She was 10 or 11, I think. But I don't know what year it was in.
She.
She.
It's a he.
No, it's a she. You are thinking of Brutus.
No, I know Brutus was a he.
It's the only he I've ever had, and I'll never have another one.
Whoa.
Horrible.
You had 2 he's in Brad and Peter.
What?
You had 2 he's,
Oh.
one Brad and one Peter.
Talking about dogs. I think, I don't know about Ginger. Anyhow, and I also worked at the junior high school,
What'd you do there?
but you were in school by then. I worked in the foreign language research lab. Not research lab, foreign language lab, where the kids would do their tape work. They had tapes in.
Were your other children in school then?
Oh yeah.
So you'd see them in the halls
No, they were in high school. They were at Armstrong High School.
before you started? And how did they do in school?
Very well. They didn't miss me at all.
Why do you think they did
Jackie was in drama. She was on the plays. She had the... I would get, oh, are you Jackie Orr's mother? In the grocery store and whatever? Oh, yes. She was wonderful.
You didn't get that about Brad?
Well, Brad wasn't in drama.
What was Brad in?
He ran the ice skating rink. And he was a lifeguard at Lake... Don't tell me. Oh, the little lake that was there. He was lifeguarding.
Minnetonka.
And he was, I'm not sure it was Lake Minnetonka.
Medicine.
Anyway, and
Medicine
he was
Lake.
active in Scouts.
Medicine Lake.
Medicine. Right, medicine. Scouting. Yeah.
Was he a Life Scout?
He was just a couple of badges short. He never made life.
Never made Life. You sure he never made Eagle?
Oh, Eagle. Why did you feed me into that? You knew I wasn't going to read up. He was a Life Scout then. He didn't make Eagle.
And
all this is doing is showing what I don't remember, Peter.
no, it's not. And when did they determine they were going to go to college and not do something
It was
else?
taken for granted.
Really?
It was really never discussed. And I feel badly. We did not do what parents do now.
What is that?
They go check out colleges. They travel in the summer. Susan, on the phone today, they just went up to 4 colleges, 2 in Ohio and 1 in Tennessee, and we didn't do that. I don't know if people didn't do that then or if we just didn't do it. Brad pretty much knew he was going to the University of Minnesota.
What, and not going to the military?
Oh, there was no ever discussion of going in the military.
Oh, I think